Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to make this watermelon keychain. These make great gifts for anybody who loves keychains, or you can add it to your own collection. So let's get started. So to make this watermelon keychain, you will need 4 shades of yarn to represent the watermelon. I have a green, a red, black, and white. I am using a weight 4 cotton, and I will be using a 4.5mm hook. You'll also need some scissors and a tapestry needle to weave in your ends. And then you'll need some kind of keychain. So I have these, which I purchased on Amazon. If you're interested, I can link them below. There's other options out there like lobster clasps, but today I am using these. So let's get started. We're going to start with red, and we're going to make a magic ring and then chain 1 to secure it. And then you're going to make 8 half double crochet inside of the magic ring. Pull that tail tight to tighten that ring. You're going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet that you made and chain 1. And in that same stitch, you will make 2 half double crochet as well as in every stitch thereafter. And then you again are going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet and chain 1. Now you're going to make a half double crochet in that first stitch where you also slip stitched, and then you will make 2 half double crochet in the next, and that's the pattern for this round. You'll make a half double crochet in one stitch and an increase in the next. And then when you get to the end of your round, again, you will slip stitch into the first half double crochet of the round, chain 1, and then pull up a loop, and you can fasten off with red. Okay, so now you want to grab your white yarn and make a slip knot and place that on your hook, and then you can insert that into any stitch, pull up a loop, and finish off as a single crochet. So we are going to single crochet in the next stitch and then 2 single crochet in the stitch after that. And that will be the pattern for this round. You will do 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches and an increase in the next. When you get to the end, you can just slip stitch into the first single crochet you made, chain 1, pull up a little bit of a tail, and cut your yarn to fasten off. We are going to do the black next, which represents the seeds. I like to do this before the final rounds just to make it a little bit easier on myself. So grab a decently long strand of black yarn, and we are just going to make little seeds all the way around. The way your stitches are facing is the right side. So you want to start by picking any of those gaps from the second round and just bring your yarn through. And then I'm going to take it down 1 like that, and then I'll find another one. Doesn't matter how you do it really, just make it look like some little watermelon seeds. So I am just weaving in and out. I try to space them as evenly as I can, and I'm going to try to get like 6 or 8 of them on here. So those first 2 I did weren't spaced very evenly, but that's okay. I'm just going to add a couple more between them. I'm not worried about it being perfect. That's what makes crochet so special. All right, so I am satisfied with that. So I am going to just cut my yarn, and then I'm going to tie these tails. Don't pull too tight, because if you pull too tight, it'll make your seeds cinch up. So just tighten it down to where it's touching the keychain or the watermelon. Do another knot, and on the 3rd knot is when I pull really tight. And then I'm just gonna cut it, leaving a little bit above the knot. A little bit above that, just so there's not so much on the inside when we fold it over. So with your green yarn, you are going to again make a slip knot and place it on your hook, and then just go into any stitch you want, pull up a loop, and finish off like a single crochet. I'm going to crochet over my tails so I don't have to worry about weaving anything in. So in the first 3 stitches, you are making a single crochet, and then you're going to make an increase in the 4th stitch. And that's the pattern all the way around. a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and an increase in the 4th. You're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet that you made, chain 1, and then you're going to fold your watermelon in half. And this first stitch can be kind of tricky. So where you just slip stitched and chained 1, you also need to go back into that stitch as well as the stitch right behind it. So I'm going through the 2 stitches right next to each other and pull up a loop, yarn over, and make your single crochet. Go into the next, followed by the one behind that. So we are single crocheting the watermelon closed. Then you'll go into the next stitch. Sorry, my camera keeps unfocusing. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and we'll do that all the way across. Usually the stitches line up pretty well where you can just insert your hook through, but I would just check to be sure so you're not left with an extra stitch at the end. So just single crochet all the way across, going through both sides of the watermelon. I just completed my last single crochet. I'm going to chain 1 and pull up a loop, cut my yarn, and then you just need to weave in your tail. So all we have left to do is insert our keychain. These ones are fairly easy. I just go under one of the single crochets on the end and I just push that through and then secure it. And there you have your watermelon keychain. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. Let me know what you thought of it. I've also made a few others. I've done lemon, orange, and lime. So if you'd like to see those, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you somewhere else on my channel. Bye.